Hello, Spring here. In the Escort, it's absolutely chucking it down with rain. So I've still got the cover on. So it's really dark. I've just worked out how to make the torch work and film at the same time. Anyway, what I've managed to do is find this period correct 80s Blaupunk stereo radio cassette. It's really cheap, all tested, and it's got a guarantee on it. So I've just literally, the reason I've got this one is because the plugs in the rear of this unit are identical to the plugs in the loom of the car. It's just a live, an earth, and 2 speaker wires, and your aerial plug. That's it. So anyway, I've just chucked it in the hole. Let's put the ignition on. Got a cassette in there at the moment. We have life.
Let's go!
So anyway, cassette works. I shall probably chuck a cleaner through that. That's a really old cassette. Radio, I haven't got the aerial up at the moment, but it's still picking up. Obviously it's a bit crackly, but the aerial's down in the wing at the moment. So
wow, the retention rate and the skills they bring into your
Down and just roll. Everything that's what happened, sure enough, we're fighting for.
Oh, there's a Galway gun. Yeah, so Ed Sheeran's done.
anyway, that's radio is working, cassette's working. It's coming out of all 4 speakers via this joystick here. Now, I am going to have a little look inside it, unfortunately. So that's the aerial plug. That's the 2 speaker plugs. Wow, right, coming out. Right, this one here, the left-hand side, it's a little bit, getting a bit closer. This one's just a little bit intermittent. To get it to come out the left, I've got to wiggle this a bit. So it's either, it's not the wiring because I've swapped them over and checked. It's definitely this input. So I'm just going to have a little look, see if that socket needs cleaning, or whether inside the unit, which I think is more likely, it needs something. Might have a dry solder joint or something. So I'll have a look inside it without damaging anything, just in case I have to send it back. But I'll tell you what, this has taken so long to find one which has got the same sockets as an original Ford one of the period. Now the Ford ones of the period were Blaupunked. But what I didn't want was the more modern type. I've actually got a later one. I didn't want the one with the memory live and all that cobblers, because I've only got those wires, and they're, come on, focus. They're unmolested, which is a miracle on a 33-year-old car. So anyway, I found what I want, but this one there, just a little bit intermittent, that. So we'll pop in the garage in the dry and have a look and see what we can find. Right, just turn the flash off that. That in there is all clean as a whistle, and just get rid of that. it's not even focusing, I've just pushed these pins ever so slightly in. I don't think that's the issue. I think they're making contact fine, and that's all clean. So I'm going to have a look inside. Right, I've had a little pusher and poke around inside there. Not a lot really that I can see. These two connect to circuit board. These pins, these pins here, they seem to be still attached okay. And then on top of them, which you can't see, I just undid this and moved it out of the way, the cassette player. On top of here, it's just like a coil. Well, sorry, two coils. So I've given it a push down and prodded round where the little connectors are. Can't see it now. Oh yeah, down there. Had a little prod round in there. There's some little metal connectors at the bottom. So just going to stick the cover back on and give it another try. See if it's made any difference. If not, it's probably going to be going back, which is a shame because it's the only one I can find with the right fittings. But never mind. And then I'll stick the back covers back on. Right, front and rear covers back on. So let's go back in the car and give it another try. Right, sorted. Basically, I noticed this terminal for the left hand business. I noticed if I pushed it that way, 1/2 mil, we got contact. And if I let it back, we lost contact. So, nothing to lose. I've bunged a cable tie around it and tightened it up, and it's working. So there you go. I don't know how long it'll work for, but it seems to have done the trick. So I'm gonna put it back in the hole properly, get the correct fittings on it, and I think we're sorted. See how it goes. For what I paid for it, it's not really worth sending it back. I mean, it's pennies really. So we'll see how we get on with it. There you go. We have sounds of the 80s.
Thank you from Jill Bloomfield from Colchester.
See what's on this one.
Chocolatiers course. Yes, please.
Other way around.
Steve, can you say happy 50th?
The M6 and northbound, we've had this stop-start traffic from Pure Services up towards 16 and just a little bit past it. There was an accident earlier at 17 at Sandbach, so it's really been slow to clear. The A52 Ashbourne Parshley Block, accident near Moor Lane. The A47, the Thorney bypass, eastbound and east of Peterborough, is still closed with this accident between Station Road and the Newcut Junction. The M6 on the northbound side, no, beg your pardon, M69 on the northbound side, between 2 Burbage and the M1 at Junction 21, there's an accident that's closed one lane. Onto the M42 on the northbound side, between 380 and 40 and 4 for Shirley, there's an accident there,
right,
and one
anyway,
lane is closed.
thanks for watching. I've been
M1
Springy.
northbound
See you later.
Between 15 and 15A, and the road works towards